Today we're diving into all things Redmond, Oregon. It's a beautiful city and an amazing place to call home, but there are some cons that may make you think twice. So today we're gonna give you the full breakdown. Stick around. Okay, first of all, this isn't a pro or a con, in my opinion, but we do have to talk about the size of this community. Because if you were looking for a nice, small community, a place to really settle down and enjoy a nice, peaceful, quiet community, someone was referencing island time to me the other day. You know, where just things just slow way down, no one's in a hurry, things are really relaxing. Yeah, that's what it's kind of like here in Redmond. Easygoing, slower pace, friendly neighbors. Redmond might be for you. However, again, like I said, there are some cons to be aware of, so let's just dive right in. Pro, location and climate. So here we go. Redmond, Oregon is located in the very heart of Central Oregon, basically the most center spot in Oregon, on the east side of the Cascade Mountain Range. Now, the climate is one of the greatest things about this part of Oregon, because when most people think of Oregon, they think of the valley and they think of rain and clouds and gloominess. Yeah? Well, here it's literally dry. It's literally a high desert. You see, the mountains actually block much of the rain that would come over from the coast, and it's known as the rain shadow effect. So it basically keeps all of eastern Oregon dry almost all the time, especially in the summer. Situated at 3,000 feet of elevation, Redmond experiences average highs of 85 degrees in the summer and average lows of 20 degrees in the winter. Now, Redmond is just a tad warmer than its neighboring city to the south, Bend. In general, Redmond is just a little bit warmer and a little bit drier. Winter sees Redmond getting an average of about 24 inches of snow per year, versus Bend gets about 33 inches of snow per year on average. But don't let that scare you. 24 inches over the course of a winter, it's really not that bad. It usually falls in about 8 to 12 different times, and it just falls a couple of inches at a time. Now, the summers are fantastic, and rarely does it get too hot. And then, of course, as we've mentioned, it's already very, very dry here, and we get over 320 days of sunshine. Beautiful, clear skies, very little precipitation. It's amazing. First con, economic diversity. The population of Redmond is approximately 39,463 people. That's an oddly specific number for being approximate. With a growing number of households, predominantly families, reflecting a median age of 36 years. Again, as much as I hate to compare Redmond to its neighboring city to the south, Bend, we do have to bring it up because it is a bit of a commuter city for Bend. Lots of people live in Redmond and commute to Bend for work. Now, not everybody, but it's certainly a large demographic characteristic where the affordability of Redmond meets the employment opportunities of Bend. Because Redmond is a smaller community, there just aren't really a lot of employment opportunities, especially higher paying career opportunities, right? In general, retail and kind of the service industry is really the biggest employment sector here. However, technically speaking, the largest employers are in the education and healthcare fields. More specifically, the Redmond School District and St. Charles, basically the hospital in town. However, I do want to make quick mention that manufacturing is on the rise in Redmond, and actually manufacturing in Redmond is outpacing every other city in this whole state of Oregon at this moment. So that's definitely a sector that's up and coming for sure. Next pro, access and events. The next couple of pros, in my opinion, are the airport and the fairgrounds. You see, as wonderful as Bend might be to some people, there's no commercial airport there. Ha! Gotcha! You gotta come to Redmond. The airport has long been a very quaint and mellow place to go and catch a flight to the nearest big city, like Portland or Seattle. In fact, most of the planes out of Redmond forever, for the longest time, until just a few years ago, were prop planes, like propeller planes, just little puddle jumpers, right? However, over the past 5 to 10 years, it's become a major hub for jets connecting to all kinds of major West Coast cities. I mean, western half of the United States, they go to Denver, and actually, they just started a nonstop flight to Dallas, Texas, which is kind of crazy. if you ask me. And now, in 2024, the Redmond Airport is getting ready to embark on a huge $155 million airport expansion, in which they are effectively going to double the size of the airport. Double the flights, double the output, double the number of terminals. I'm actually kind of sad because it was just so perfectly cute before. I have a feeling it's about to turn into like a bustling airport, you know? Now, with all those people able to come and go to such an incredible area as Central Oregon, it's no wonder that the Deschutes County Fairgrounds is also a very popular venue for all kinds of events, concerts, and trade shows. The fairgrounds are right next to the airport, and honestly, I'm a little shocked that there aren't even more events there. Be that as it may, there are a ton of events, including rodeos, motocross, BMX, trade shows, sporting events, equestrian events, livestock events, retail events, conferences, all kinds of things they do there. And of course, the Deschutes County Fair. Con, retail therapy. Next up, let's talk about shopping. It's definitely a con. Not that I'm big on shopping or that I personally need much. I'm a pretty simple person, but it's not lost on me, and my wife would certainly understand that, you know, there's definitely a lack of shopping and options here in Central Oregon, and more specifically in Redmond. It's just a small town. There's not even like a mall in Redmond that I can think of. No big box stores, no JCPenney's, no Kohl's, Macy's, anything like that. It's not even a Target. There's a Super Walmart and Fred Meyer's. I think that's kind of it. They've got the only Marshalls in Central Oregon. Yeah. There are also some really cute downtown shops right downtown on the main drag, but that's kind of it. If you need anything beyond that, you have to go to Bend. And if you can't find it in Bend, you have to go to the Valley, which is like 3 hours away. Thank God for Amazon, right? Next pro, outdoor recreation. Oh, this one is just silly because it's obvious. Central Oregon is the mecca for outdoor activities. Just take your pick and we have the best. Whether it's fishing, hiking, biking, hunting, climbing, water sports, camping, all the INGs. Then of course there's wintertime activities, skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing, snowmobiling, and all the goodies that go along with all that. Come on. We don't really need to discuss this further, do we? We could probably fill a whole channel with just outdoor recreational activities here in Central Oregon. Con, diversity. Diversity is certainly something that we've heard quite a bit about on this channel, on certain, videos like this over the years. And so we should probably just address it. Yes, there's a lack of diversity here in Central Oregon, especially in Redmond. But to be fair, it's not just demographic or ethnic diversity, it's a lack of diversity with everything. It's the lack of diversity with food, shopping, the cultural arts. But look, it's a rural community of 39,000 people, so what do you expect? If you're moving from a major metropolitan city, just a major metro area, well, I got news for you. You're moving to a very small community. There is going to be a lack of diversity and a lack of almost everything. So just something to be aware of as you're contemplating your next move. Okay, we are now at the final roundup because this video is starting to wear on, and I want to make sure that I keep your attention for just long enough so you don't tune out. So here's the last couple things we want to talk about that are really important. Stick around for this. Home prices and cost of living. Now this is the last thing I want to touch on because this is both a pro and a con depending on your economic situation. Now, despite being in Oregon, which generally has no state sales tax, the cost of living in Redmond and subsequent areas is still relatively high compared to national averages, especially in terms of housing cost, where the national median sales price is $430,000 and the Redmond median sales price is $537,000. So this can certainly be a concern for those on a tight budget. The pro to this, which is a bit of a silver lining for those of you who are considering moving to Central Oregon in general, is that Redmond is by far less expensive than Bend. I mean, whoa. Bend median sales price is $753,000. Redmond's, as I just said, was $537,000. Now this is obviously a substantial difference, and it's the main reason for why we opened up this video talking about how Redmond is kind of a feeder city to Bend. It just is. That's how it works. So if you are considering making a move to Central Oregon, whether it's Bend, Sisters, Redmond, definitely give Redmond a look. It has some amazing benefits and a few inconveniences, but depending on what you're looking for in your situation, it could be a really great fit. Hey, thanks again for watching. If you or someone you know is looking to make a move here to Central Oregon, my team and I would love to be your local real estate resource of choice. We understand you have options out there, but our team services all of Central Oregon, and we would love to hear from you. You can reach us at krommrealestate.com or go ahead and stalk us down in the description of this video and reach out to us directly. Thanks again so much for watching. If you want to know more about Redmond or more about Central Oregon in general, you can check out these playlists up, or we'll just, whatever. We'll see you over in the next suggested video. Thanks for watching. Oh, and be sure to subscribe. We'll see you next time.